right, man. So DeAndre Swift actually requested a trade from the Detroit Lions. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, the notifications. We go live or drop a video. So they said as soon as the Lions drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, DeAndre Swift wanted out. He probably heard the trade rumor swirling around. It didn't specify if he requested to go to the Philadelphia Eagles or not. Yeah, it didn't specify that part of it, but I mean, if he was scared of competition, I mean, you went to a team that got Rashad Penny, I believe, Kenneth Gainwell. I think Miles Sanders left. They got several running backs that he gonna have to compete with there. So, I don't understand. I mean, if they was willing to keep him, Detroit was a better situation for him personally, because he had an edge on Jahmyr Gibbs, because he knew the playbook, he knew what Ben Johnson wanted. All he had to do was stay healthy. Now you go to a backfield in which you competing with 4 or 5 backs, and you per se might not make that team. You know, so I don't know if he wanted to go back home or whatever. It wasn't no dislike between him and the Detroit Lions fans, just that he can never stay healthy. And I felt, you know, it was insanity. And even he had to feel this to believe that you can be the complimentary back to David Montgomery when you couldn't even stay healthy for 2 games last year. You know, to me, it's insanity, bro. You know, a lot of people, man, they don't be real with themselves. And you mad because they got another rookie. If you ball out this year, they gonna have to pay you. Don't let the rookie get on the field. So I really didn't understand the train of thought. Maybe he didn't know he was going to Philadelphia. Now Miami had made a big push for him as well too. But it's competition in that backfield. My man's from the 49ers over there too. Jeff Wilson played very, very well. Chase Edmonds, and they might have another little back over there too. So, oh yeah, Morster. So, I mean, wherever he was going to have to compete. I feel like in Detroit, I'm just saying, I'm glad they got rid of him. There's no personal, feud against him because he can never stay healthy. But in Detroit, I mean, all you had to beat was Jahmyr Gibbs, and he don't even know the playbook yet. You know the playbook, you know what they expect. You got to report with Jared Goff. So I don't know how you're gonna get mad if that's what it was. You got mad at Detroit because they took Jahmyr Gibbs. When you had the 2 teams that was interested in you in Philadelphia and Miami have a few running backs that you got to still compete with. That's what I truly didn't understand. That's what I truly didn't understand. You still going to have to get out there and compete with several other running backs. So I really didn't understand his train of thought. When it came to win the league. Now, if he didn't want to be in Detroit no more, he felt like they didn't believe in him, and I could beat out the backs in Philadelphia, or if Miami did trade, and I feel like I could beat those guys out, cool. If it was, I don't want to be in the city of Detroit, no way. Philadelphia, going back home or going to Miami, it's way better. Cool. I could respect that. I could respect that. I could respect that. I could respect that aspect of it. But the requested trade, you go to a team and maybe he had no control over the team he went to, and he had no control over that, and didn't know they was gonna have that amount of people and that amount of talent, on the roster, then cool. But then he still got to prove himself and beat those guys out. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they was fielding calls for him, and maybe, the trade rumors got to him, and they was like, he said, you know what, man, I want to be out of here. And I want to be out of here. And at the end of the day, I mean, shit, it is what it is. He was a bust in Detroit. He flashed some ability. He flashed some ability. he has some plays here and there, but availability is the best ability, especially when you're running back. If you can't stay healthy when you were running back, when can you stay healthy? You know what I'm saying? You take hits on every play, whether you blocking, getting chipped out the backfield, running in or out, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. So, but yeah, man, I mean, appreciate his time in Detroit. Can't knock him. Hell of a player, hell of an athlete, seemed like hell of a person, but he just couldn't stay healthy. And some Lion fans still can believe. And the Lions did a 100% 180 on their running backs. Montgomery, will he be better than Jamal Williams in Detroit was? We don't know. Only time will tell. Will Jahmyr Gibbs be an upgrade for DeAndre Swift? Only time will tell. But they remodeled their backfield really quick. And I think their offense is gonna look a lot different from last year to begin with. Getting Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs. I think you might see the New England Patriots version of Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski. I think you might see their base formation might be a lot of two tight ends. That might be their base formation. A lot of two tight ends, tight. Maybe Laporta in the slot, James Mitchell. I think they're going to be looking to get matchup nightmares with Laporta, Gibbs, and James Mitchell, Zestra. I think they're really going to be looking to get a lot of matchup nightmares and one-on-ones. You know what St. Brown is going to do. So offensively, I think it's going to look a lot different. I think a place where Ben Johnson can improve at is just his run calls. I would like to see a lot more creativity in a run calls. More whams and more traps and more, powers. And I'd like to see them kind of go to the split back and the full house and just to get a little bit more complex with some of their runs. Some more misdirection, some stretch plays, some zone blocking stretch plays, one cut. I'd like to see them kind of do a little bit more of that. With the outside zone stretch, then, play action and, do the bootleg. I like to see them kind of get a little bit more diverse in some of their run calls. I think their run calls was pretty boring last year. I like to see pitches and crackdowns, and I think that's the one place they can improve in their run game at. It's just creativity in run calls. So that's just my opinion. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Anchor. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Peace.